What's up guys, it's your host Spartanic Arts DxD back with another high school DxD related video. And today we have What If Issei Was Betrayed and Became a God? Part 1. A boy lying on his own blood nearing his death, but what got him wasn't death but a book. The boy, who was wronged by his so-called family, got a second chance in life, and he took it. Soon the weak, fragile boy will become something even the gods fear. The Watcher. Will he find power in his quest, get revenge on ones who wronged him, or will he find love? In the boundary of the universe, an unspeakable threat looms around, waiting for its time to wreak havoc. Let's try to hit 1,000 likes for this video. This series is amazing, and if you guys want to know exactly when I upload / my upload schedule, click the little blue button right next to the subscribe button. Thank you so much for the support. Also, subscribe to my second channel, link down in the description below, where I do what ifs on other animes and just talk about anime in general. So thank you guys so much for the support. As for What If Issei Wanted Revenge, I'm not a huge fan of the story, and I don't want to read something I don't exactly put my heart into, so I hope you guys understand with that. If you guys want another stream, just let me know, okay? I'll be on it in a minute. But thank you guys so much for the support, seriously. 30,000 subscribers soon, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. The Prologue. After the Riser arc, third POV. In the city of Ko, it was dusk. Birds were chirping and trees were rustling. It was a typical happy day. But not so happy for our young brown-haired protagonist, who was currently lying on the grass with a look of pain in his eyes as he laid on the grass with a hole near his heart, crimson blood flowing out of his body as he laid on the grass, awaiting his death. Is this a sick dream? If it is, I'm gonna wake up, Issei says. Third POV, flashback to a couple of days ago. Issei is riding a bicycle at incredible speed with a grin plastered on his face. Hell yeah, finally got a contract done, Issei said to himself. Rheus is going to be so proud. Maybe I'll get to touch her boobs. Issei arrives at the ORC club room as he grins wildly before entering. President, I'm back and I did the job you gave me, Issei said. Inside the club room, everyone is seen to be having a discussion among themselves, so Rheus is seen reading a book while having a frown, which goes unnoticed by Issei as he enters the room with a smile, unable to sense the negative emotions in the room. Prez, I completed my first contract and the lady gave me a ring, Issei says. Suddenly, Rheus gets up, startling Issei as she places the book down and looks at Issei with a stern glare. Issei, I'm glad that you saved me from that wretched harem-loving man, Rheus said. Don't thank me, Prez. It's my duty to save you. I'll always protect you no matter the cost, Issei says. Although I'm glad you saved me, the way you behaved in front of all those noble devils disgust me. The look on those devils gave me back then. I cannot think of it. So I want to tell you that unaware of what's happening, Issei tilted his head in confusion, as he then notices the glares he's receiving from the others, except for Kiba. Prez, I'm confused. Tell me, what's the problem? Issei said. You're my problem, Rheus replied. Issei stares at Rheus with wide eyes, processing what this is all about, but then his brain got the answer. A bitter answer for his problem, but his heart didn't want to believe what was happening. What do you mean by, I'm your problem? Issei said. Issei, due to your immature behavior in front of the noble devils while you crashed the party, I believe my reputation as the Devil's King's little sister has been tarnished, so too. Regain my reputation, I hereby ban you from the ORC till I ask for your presence. If you try trespassing, you'll be severely dealt with. Also, I'm not that girl to kill you by retrieving my pawn pieces. Although I'm tempted to do it, but you still have the boosted gear, so I may find some use in you. A sickening crack is heard, as the ring he was holding was crushed into pieces, and so was a crack formed on his heart. Sorry, man, but I can't do anything against this, but if you want some help, I'll gladly help you, Kiba said. Kiba is seen with a sad smile on his face as Issei looks at everyone present for any hope, but all he got was Konako's stoic glare, Azuya's face filled with relief, Akino's face with a suppressed smile, and Rheus' face with no emotions looking at Issei. This is a prank, right, Prez? Issei says. Prez, tell me this is a prank, right? Azuya, tell me this is a joke, isn't it? Guys, tell me this is a sick prank of yours. This isn't true, is it? Kiba looks at Issei with a solemn gaze as he stared at Issei's trembling figure with a look of pity for his new friend. I know it's hard to accept reality, but this is true. You are not permitted to enter the ORC. Issei suddenly turns around and walks towards the exit with an emotionless look on his face and his eyes devoid of any emotions as Issei spoke in a cold voice. I understand, Issei says. Everyone silently flinches that they have never seen him with an emotionless face and a cold voice with no emotions. Issei then exits the room, slamming the door on his way out. The next day, brought to you by Issei, being kicked out of his home by his parents. That's in parentheses. Currently at Ko Academy, it's noon, as Issei is seen to be limping towards a cherry tree with numerous bruises and cuts littered all over his body, as he lies down on the shade of a cherry tree, panting heavily. What did I do to deserve this? I didn't peek on a single girl that I hang out with Matsuda and Murahama today. First Rheus and the others hurt me mentally. Now the whole school hurts me physically. Fuck my life. As Issei is seen lying on the shade of a cherry tree, two girls are seen running towards Issei with a wooden katana with the intent to strike Issei. Wait, why am I feeling like I'm being stalked? Issei said. In an instant, a wooden katana is seen to aim to strike his head, but Issei dodges narrowly, but another wooden sword comes into contact with his hands, making him jolting up with his hands holding his hands in pain. This isn't funny. Who's there? Issei said. The answer Issei got was fist to his face and a kick to his knee. Struggling to stand, still managed Issei to get a glimpse of the ones who attacked him. It was none other than the Kendo Club. Rotten hell, you filthy pervert, girl one said. I come from hell, Issei said. How dare you, filthy pervert who gave permission to talk to us? We don't have conversation with people who sexually harass others, girl 2 says. I did no such thing, Issei replied. Again, Issei gets a slap to his face as both girls are fuming with anger. Don't lie, pervert. We know that you've been kicked out of the ORC club due to your attempts to sexually harass the two great ladies of the Ko, Akano and Rheus, our school mascot Konako. Everyone knows this, girl 1 says. I heard that even your parents chased you out of your house and removed your filthy self from their esteemed family, girl 2 replied. You're right. They are no longer my parents by name. And I don't consider them my parents anymore, Issei replied. Rheus, she ruined my peaceful life, and I shall do the same. Issei then runs away from Ko Academy, ignoring the shouts of the Kendo girls. After running away from Ko Academy, Issei stops to catch his breath, only to find that he's on the same spot where Rainier killed him. I will not let anyone fool me again. This I swear to Satan himself, and I shall ruin Rheus's life in every means possible. I saw her as my master, my love, but to her I'm just a toy to play with. I guess I know why I was betrayed. It's because I'm weak. Yes, I shall become powerful enough to make them tremble. If I'm powerful, I won't be betrayed. Yes! A chuckle is heard across the surroundings as a barrier is erected by someone. Issei immediately gets on guard, but the events from before play in his mind, distracting him. Issei, look above you, Drake said. Issei looks upward only to be met with a light spear going through his guts, leaving a hole and blood spurts from his body as Issei weakly lands on the ground and looks above to see a fallen angel flying away. Is this a sick dream? If it is, I'm gonna wake up. That's the end of the flashback. That's the end of the prologue. Chapter 1. Issei's POV. If this is a dream, then I don't want anything but to wake up. With my last bits of energy, I tried to keep my eyes open. I could already feel my body going numb. If only I had a second chance on life. I wanted to be happy. I wanted a family. But here I am, betrayed by everyone and dying a painful death. No, I won't die here. I want to live. I wish to live. I must live. My life took the wrong turn in an instant. I had planned to live a happy life with Rheus, but here I am mumbling my last words to no one. Rheus. It sickens me to think about that bitch, a power-hungry bitch who used me. I even gave my arm to save her, but this bitch, how dare she, ranting about her fame while she could have been a slave for Riser. Drake, goodbye, partner. I may have been your worst host, but hey, at least you didn't betray me, Issei replied. Partner, in my life inside this sacred gear, most of my past hosts just saw me as a tool, but you saw me as my partner. You may be my weakest host, but you're my best host ever, Drake said. Chuckling to myself, I laid on my deathbed awaiting death to take me away from this world. But then a bright light blinds my half-open eyes for an instant of what appears to be a book with skeleton hands, and it seems to be an eye materialized in front of me. I must be hallucinating things. Rejoice, boy, as your wish may come true. Creepy looking book just talked to me. Definitely not creepy that my vision went black. Time skip. I opened my eyes only to be met with moonlight entering my eyes. Am I in heaven? No way. I'm a devil. Only then I realized that my fatal wound was closed up, leaving only a scar of where I was stabbed. No way. I'm sure I died. As I was thinking what could have happened, I hear a voice in my head scaring me. You're awake. Good. What the? Issei says. Fear not, boy. You're not hallucinating. I'm the one who took pity on you, thus saving you. Wait, what? The book. This voice belongs to that book. Damn, wait. Where's Drake? If you're worried about your dragon friend, he's asleep. I've ensured that no one listens to us. Whew, wait. How'd you know what I was thinking? This is surely freaking me out. Don't be freaked out. I'm just a voice in your head. Also, I won't be able to have a conversation with you ever again. What are you? Issei says. I don't know who I am. If I wasn't scared beforehand, then I'm now. What kind of answer is that? Wait, don't tell me he's an I'm not amnesiac. It's just I don't have a name. Answer me. Anything related to you that you know? Issei says. I exist across the multiverse, every universe, every timeline. I'm present. I wasn't created, I existed for eternity and will exist even after the destruction of this universe. I can do anything if I had a soul to host me. The only restriction I have is the lack of a soul. I created concepts. Everything's are created by me, and I am the supreme concept. I rule the multiverse. I am the primordial concept. Everything was created by this book. What the actual hell? Wait, how am I not freaked out? You're not freaked out? Oh, I see. So your soul is accepting me at last. After eternity of unable to use my full powers, I get a chance with this. We will be the supreme being. What do you mean by we will be the supreme being? Issei replied. To save you, I tried to merge my powers to your soul. This was the first time I succeeded doing this, but I have killed many by trying to merge with them. But you're different. Your soul is unique. While I began to create other universes, I placed a random factor that unique soul may be created after a long time to host me. I feel our merging is complete. Don't freak out. Your personality will be slightly altered. We will both become one. Think of this as a gift no one can get. Now go to the multiverse. My first creations will help you become the Watcher, my host. Suddenly, my veins are popping out. This is strange. Overwhelming power flows through me. My wish is granted. I know who I am now. This power, Rheus. Watch out for me. I'll burn your ambitions soon. Third POV. Issei then starts to laugh, like a child who's got his favorite toy. The moonlight shine upon Issei as a twisted, psychotic grin makes its way towards his face. I'm the supreme being, huh? Issei, what happened? Wait, how are you alive with that grin? And what's with that grin? Drake said. Drake, I'm the supreme being. Can you believe this? I got a second chance at life, Issei replied. I can feel an unknown power flowing through you, Issei. What have you done to become? Well then, listen carefully. Issei says. Time skip brought you by Issei explaining what happened to Drake. This is a lot to take. The primordial concept, the true ruler of the multiverse, supreme being, to think that pervert is the host of the powerful concept. This world must be fucking with me. But whatever. I'll be your sacred gear forever, my friend, Drake said. Drake, I don't wish to be a devil anymore. You can make me a dragon. I would have done it myself, but I don't know about my powers, Issei said. Sure, partner. Hang on, it may sting a bit, Drake said. Suddenly, Issei starts to scream as emerald-colored aura envelops Issei. You said it will be just a sting. I feel like a mountain is on top of me, Issei said. That is not a big deal. Fuck you, asshole, Issei said. Sorry, I don't swing that way, Drake replied. The emerald's aura subdues as Issei stops to yell due to his pain lessening. Issei comes out of his emerald aura. Issei's facial characteristics are changed beyond recognition, and 8 broken pieces lay on the grass. 8 broken pawn pieces lay on the grass. You didn't tell me this would happen, partner, Issei said. I believe that due to my scale color being crimson, your hair color changed to red, as I was the one who awoke your draconic characters. Also, I feel that due to you changing into a dragon, your draconic affinity has evolved into A true concept. If given proper training, you can master your new concept, but as primordial concept, I'm not sure what to do, Drake said. We are gonna go to the multiverse, as the weirdo book said me. Also, it mentioned that some of its greatest concepts are there and could help me, Issei said. Then go to the multiverse. I'm so hyped to see what it looks like, Drake said. Do you think those bitches will search for me, Issei replied. I do. After all, you're the Red Dragon Emperor. I believe that all the factions will search for you, including the Devil faction. After all, having a missing Longinus user doesn't do well with the Devils during this time of extreme tension due to the Great War 4,000 years ago. Beware, gods, I shall return once again, with vengeance for all Devils and those who oppose me, Issei said. Issei then disappears into thin air. In an unknown forest, a silver-haired teen is seen standing on a cliff, mounting looking at the sea below, with no interest on his eyes widened suddenly. Impossible. I can't sense the red one. This can't be possible. It's as if he disappeared from the universe itself. Suddenly, the silver-haired teen raised his eyebrow as his eyes show curiosity, but then shifts to an emotionless state. Whatever. I lost my rival, huh? Boring. Volley, the red one won't disappear just like that. I've known Drake for a long time. If he goes missing, it means he'll come back stronger. The man now introduced as Volley smirks, as blue wings emerge from him and he sees flying away. Now we're with Rheus. Scene break. Rheus is seen reading some files retake to Supernatural as she then gets up from her seat with tears startling the others. Rheus, what happened? Akeno said. No, this can't be happening. I refuse to believe this. Rheus then starts trembling as she falls to her knees, having a mental breakdown as the others get concerned and confused. Rheus, what's wrong? Konako said. Issei, I can't feel his pawn pieces, Rheus said. The others hearing it stare at Rheus with wide eyes, knowing what that meant, except for Azia, who was confused. Akeno, call my brother now, Rheus said. Sure, but Rheus, Akeno said. Everyone search for Issei, everywhere around Ko. Also inform this to Sona, she'll help us search for Issei, Rheus says. Issei, you can't be dead, right? Rheus says. And that is the end of Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Third POV with Rheus. Currently it's midnight as Rheus is seen flying with her bat wings, searching for Issei with a concern evident in her eyes. Akeno, have you located Issei? Rheus says. Rheus, his pawn pieces are not functional. He cannot be alive, Akeno says. No, I refuse to believe he's dead, Rheus says. President, I have located Issei's pawn pieces, but they are cracked and emit a strange aura, Kiba says. Please, let this be a sick dream, Rheus says. Now, back with Issei. Issei is seen staring at the moon on top of a cliff with an amusement visible in his eyes. The moon is gradient today. I believe that the multiverse itself is welcoming its new ruler. Whatever. Are we paying a visit to the multiverse or not? Drake said. The moon is so pretty, but why do I feel the urge to destroy it? In an instant, a bright silver light covers Issei, and when the light disappears, Issei is nowhere to be found. Issei's POV. A bright silver light covers me as I wish I could feel my body becoming lighter as I am floating. Wait, I am floating as I get far away from Earth and somehow I am breathing. Soon I get accelerated at unknown speeds as my vision becomes blurry. But then I see something. What appears to be a dragon picking up a green orb with huge mana reserves, but I have much more mana, and a girl with blonde hair gazing into my dragon eyes. That dragon. It's similar to Fafnir. I think this is dimensional, Drake says. Crack. I have heard about this place from Great Red once. He said that this is a crack that separates the parallel universes from the others. He stated that even he has only once been in this place when he first manifested, Drake says. Oh, okay, Issei replied. And then I got pulled incredibly fast to what seems to be a wormhole. This is magnificent. And then a bright bluish light behind me for a second as I get pulled inside the wormhole with even greater speed, but I can't feel any dizziness. I'm actually enjoying this, but Drake... Oh my god, too much speed, slow down. I am taphobic. Drake said. The great Welsh dragon, a fate of speed. As I was chuckling to myself, I slowed down as I met with an incredible sight. Oh wow, This is insane. There are no way to describe what I'm looking at. Multiple universes, infinite. Parallel universes, infinite timelines. Oh, wow. And at the center, a planet resides. I guess it's the multiverse, Issei says. What the? Incredibly awesome. Infinite space, infinite timelines, infinite universes. Wow. I feel like I'm an ape on steroids, Drake says. Really, Drake has a twisted sense of humor, but the primal concept says that its finest creations will be here and will help me get stronger. So where are they with? And I move forwards to the center of the multiverse, but I can't reach it. I'm pretty sure I'm moving at incredible speed, but why can't I reach it? Is it that far? Even I heard a deep voice behind me. So it finally got a host, but this brat also has another concept in him. Definitely interesting. Where the hell are you? Are you one of the so-called finest creations? Look behind you. I look behind me only to see a horrid-looking thing. I feel like I'm about to pass out, Issei says. This thing has a fucking scythe, which screams death. In this thing, it looks like it's made out of nothing but bones, and not to mention a black cape that has black, best color I've ever seen. Afraid of me? I can't blame you. You're looking at the thing that all fear. Except you, that is. What are you? Issei says. The creepy skeleton tilts its head towards me as it starts to grin before answering. I am death, one of its first creations. Impossible. You can't be death. Hades is the concept of death, Drake said. The thing, now known as Death, snarls as it can feel its annoyance. Drake really has bad luck. Don't you dare compare me to those false idols, Welch lizard, Death said. What do you mean by false idols? Issei said. I am the true concept of death. Hades was blessed by me, he just has a drop of it, while I have the universe full of it. You see, the primordial concept did not want us to interact with the mortals, as it would result in the mortals finding about the multiverse, and it feared that the mortals would fight against each other's universes for dominance. So we blessed a person on each universe with tiny drop of our power, making them look like our concepts. While we stay hidden playing our roles in secret, only 2 concepts including myself know about the multiverse. The other concepts in the universe were created by us, and they also don't know about us. Oh, that makes sense. But can you just change your appearance? Issei said. Sure. What the actual fuck? That thing is a cute cat girl. Did I say cat girl? Fuck yeah. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, do I look cute, master? Cuteness overload. My mind has been corrupted. Must protect. Partner, snap out of it, Drake said. Oh, so you're a female, Issei says. Yup. Ha. Oh, death. Where are other concepts such as yourself? They are here. Show yourselves, Death says. Soon a bright light shines. As it disappears, a white armored figure with wings made of its whitest of white with a soothing aura walks towards us. Death, what are you doing at your mortal form? My apologies, my lord. Death here can be quite a flirt. Oh, no need to apologize, and call me Issei. Yes, Lord Issei, my apologies again. I am not able to restrain myself from addressing you as Lord, my lord. Ha! I never thought I'd be having a conversation with one of the most powerful beings in the whole multiverse. Anyway, tell me your name, Issei said. Life, my lord. Well then, death and life, please help me become stronger, Issei said. Sure, I'm quite talented in what mortals call magic, and your second concept, I feel it's related to me. Your secondary concept is destruction. What a fine specimen. Mind if I do a little experiment? I can definitely feel her tone become a bit sturdier at the end. This is an interesting situation, Issei says to himself. Death. I said, don't disturb our lord with such behavior of yours, Life said. Don't worry, Mommy will help you, Death said. Mommy? What the hell? I feel like I'm about to die due to embarrassment, Issei says. My lord, can I change into my mortal appearance? Life says. Sure, go ahead. As I look at Life with curiosity, Life gets covered in a bright light and soon, what the hell? Another cat girl as beautiful as Death. Ha! I'm in heaven. My lord, do you like the way I look? You're cute too, Life. Well then, Let's train in the hyperbolic time chamber, Death says. What do you mean? Issei replied. My lord, it's an alternate dimension where the flow of time is different. 3 years inside is 3 months at your DXD universe. And I'll train you on swordsmanship and physical attributes, Life says. Okay, who will train me to the primeval concept's powers, Issei said. As I said, that both of us will strengthen as they gain a serious look. About that, you can access some of its powers, such as creating things, Death said. Without a soul, without mana, any non-living thing except weapons with mana construct, granting partial immortality. The one who bless cannot age and will forever live for eternity, but he can be killed also. Immortality for yourself. What? The Supreme Concept said it can do anything, Issei said. My lord, you have the power to manipulate reality itself. To do what you wish without any restraints. All laws of nature can be overridden by you. That literally you could do anything, but at your current state, if you use the powers of it to its fullest, we believe your soul won't be able to handle the burden of the powers and will get destroyed. If that happens, you'll be gone forever. Forever. But as a failsafe, it will be reformed within a couple of eons, and we will wait for it knows what time another perfect soul. But if you succeed, you'll become supreme being forever. So I advise you that not to use your full powers, not maybe a trillion years later. Wait, I have to wait a trillion years to use my full powers? Issei said within himself. Anyway, let's start our training, shall we? Death said. Yeah, let's start, Issei said. I feel bad for our lord. Death's gonna have a good time breaking, my lord. Life said. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, about my future already, Issei says to himself. Always remember, the first rule of Death's training, do not talk about Death's training, Death says. Third POV, a minute later. Issei is seen running away with tears, sweating, screaming like a terrified prey. Holy shit, save me. You're gonna know what mommy's wrath looks like. First rule of Death's training, do not talk about Death's training, Drake repeats to himself. Drake is seen crying inside his figure as Death also trains him. With Rheus, now we're back with Rheus, so same break. Rheus is seen having a mental breakdown with Issei's broken pawn pieces, sobbing. I'm so sorry, Rheus says to herself. And that is the end of Chapter 2. Chapter 3. Issei's POV, 1 year later in the hyperbolic time chamber. Hell. I saw hell. Death's teaching me is hellish. How am I even alive? She is a real slave driver, but on the brighter side, I have managed to master the elemental magic types. In life, she's been very, very good with a sword. In this past 1 year, I have never been able to land more than 5 strikes at life with a sword. My life sucks. First rule of Death's training, do not talk about Death's training, Drake said. I'm honestly worried for Drake. For the past 1 year, he's only been saying that with a break, crying like a crybaby, poor bastard. Death tells me that he did something very, very bad. Another year later, in the hyperbolic time chamber. Somehow, the hell got a lot easier. Death is still a slave driver, but the training got a bit easier. I've mastered my sacred gear. The Juggernaut drive was really hard to master, but I did. In life's training is still the same I have mastered. The way to use a longsword, and a katana. Also, I've unlocked my second concept, destruction. I've accidentally destroyed an entire universe by mistake. My concept for destruction is crazy strong. Also, Drake, he's still the same, still crying, and muttering the same words. Poor bastard didn't deserve this. Also, I have developed a sincerely bond with both of my mentors. Issei said. State the first rule of Death's training, Death said. First rule of Death's training. Do not talk about Death's training, Issei repeated. The third year at the hyperbolic time chamber, now we're inside of Issei's head, is talking to himself again. I have mastered my secondary concept, destruction, finally, and I have mastered every type of sword, and with the help of Death, I've mastered my dragon form. It's frickin' awesome. I managed to create some new forms for my sacred gear, and I have an idea. And with the help of Death and Life, I've managed to create techniques similar to full powers of the Primordial's concept. Bit a lot weaker, a field of which overrides the world at the fundamental level. Laws of nature are defied by my field. In short, my words are a lot there. I'm able to transport my enemies there. I've named it a reality marble. But it drains a lot of mana from me, and I'm able to use it for a day at best. The next day, finally, I have escaped the hell. Drake is really happy that he literally cried tears of joy. Anyway, I noticed Death arriving along with Life in their human form. Yo, how are you? Mommy misses you screaming, Death said. Did you forget what we just talked about? Death, Life said. I haven't. Issei, are you visiting the DxD universe as you Trang has completed? Death said. I am, Issei said. Oh, then let us give you a godly lift, my lord. No, Issei, Life said. Just said my name. After all these years addressing me as lord. Fucking finally, Issei said in his head. Here's my gift, Death says. As Death said that, a black mist forms over her hand and a cool-looking dagger with a fearsome aura appears. This is Azoth sword, my finest dagger. I've created it for you, Death said. Created using the best metal in EXE universe. One of the strongest metal in the entire multiverse, embodied with my aura. Its power enough to kill what mortals call their low-tier heaven-class beings, can fatally injure mid-tier heavenly class beings. Wow, just wow. I never thought I'd get a dagger from Death herself. This will definitely be a good weapon, Issei says. Now, behold one of my greatest creations, Life replied. A bright golden light enveloped the area, and beautiful multicolored daggers emerges. This is the Rule Breaker. This dagger can sever a pact with any familiar beings, and this dagger can also sever a being from its life force, but won't work on the concepts, Life said. Both Life and Death smile mischievously as I know that I have met my end. Let us address you as brother, Life said. Yes. If you don't, we'll take something precious as your first kiss, Death replied. Oh, about that. I don't mind. But hey, they can tell out, can I? Issei said. Oh, hell no. I'll let you call me your brother, and I am not going to code this soon. I'm going to explore the DxD universe for a while. I'll be back in a month, in the multiverse, in a year in the DxD universe. Bye, brother, Death said. See you later, Issei, my lord. Third POV, 1 month later in the multiverse. In the multiverse, Death is seen watching a universe with amusement, and Life is seen having a nap. Suddenly bright lights envelops, and Issei comes out of it. I'm back, my dear sisters, Issei said. No, please, Issei, my partner, I'll give you anything, please, let's go back, Drake said. Both Life and Death in an instant hugs Issei, crushing his ribs, breaks a few bones. My lord, I've missed you, Life said. Yes, Mommy misses you, Death replies. You broke my bones, I'm about to die, Issei said. Both Life and Death loosens the hug, noticing Issei's difficulty in breathing. I forgot to mention this. I have a girlfriend I'd like you to introduce you to, you guys. Issei nervously snaps his fingers as a portal opens from it, a beautiful girl with blonde hair, ocean blue eyes, brimming with radiance, having a body men would die to get, and a cute smile plastered on her face, wearing a red-colored royal mantle exists in the portal. Greetings. I am Mordred Pentadragon, the only true heir to the Camelot, Knight of Treachery. Nice to meet you. Both Death and Life stared at Mordred with wide eyes as Issei nervously smiles. She is cute, Death said. Death hugs Mordred with a bone-crushing, but somehow Mordred is able to withdraw the mighty hug. You must be Death. Issei said you're the most violent slave rider he had ever met and the most prideful one of his two sisters. Issei is seen sweating profusely as Mordred stares at Issei with a smirk. Issei, Mommy's gonna hurt you really bad, Death said. Oh, shit. I think we should just change the conversation, Mordred replied. Yes, we should. By the way, I'm Life, one of my lord's sisters, my lady, Life says. Both Issei and Mordred sweat drop at Life's antics as Death facepalms. So tell me, have you done it yet? Death says. Issei blushes furiously as Mordred with a light brush answers the question. No, we haven't, Mordred replied. My lady, can you tell us why you two met each other? How you two met each other? Sure, Mordred replied. Flashback 3 months ago after Issei left the DxD universe near a yokai village at the Shinto realm. Issei is seen flying with his dragon wings, which are emerald green in color towards a mountain. Issei. The few yokais I met before said the evil spirit would be here. Issei lands on a forest, focuses to find the spirit's aura. Suddenly a huge fire blast hits Issei, but Issei, with an emotionless smile, looks at the spirit which tried to hurt him. It had an eye missing, and a blue skin with no hair, and bloodstains on its teeth. Damn, "You're one ugly-looking motherfucker," Issei said. "No, I'm beautiful, bastard," the spirit replied. "I'll just kill you," Issei said. Issei then proceeds to tear the spirit's head off with his bare hands as blood gushes out of a fountain. "Good riddance," Issei said. But the Issei in an instant ducks down and a fist barely misses his head. "Who's there? I didn't do anything," Issei replied. In an instant, fully armored figure rushes at Issei at speed surpassing a normal devil and tries to kick him at his knees, but Issei dodges by moving away, but the figure then closes the distance and tries to stab Issei at his heart with its blade, but Issei narrowly dodges. "You wild spear, how dare you feast on innocent yokais for your sins? I shall behead you." "Hey, I'm not the evil spirit, I just killed it, see?" Issei points at the corpse of the dead spirit as the figure stiffens. "I'm very sorry." As the armored figure's armor disappears, and then from it, Motred comes out of its visible blush. Seeing her, Issei also blushes a bit before regaining his composure. "I'm Mordred Pentadragon. I'm sure you've heard the tales about me." "I did, but I thought you were killed by your father, King Arthur." "And you're a girl?" Issei said. Suddenly, a sword is seen inches away from his neck. "Call me a girl again and you're dead. Got it?" Mordred said. "There's no need to be ashamed to be called a girl, especially a girl as cute as yourself," Issei said. "Cute? You pervert," Mordred replied. "I'm not a pervert. I was the one." "That doesn't matter. I'm leaving." As Issei gets ready to fly away, Mordred pulls him back towards her. "Hey, how did you kill that yokai?" Mordred said. "I ripped its head off with my bare hands," Issei replied. Mordred stares at Issei with a shock as Issei's sweat drops. "You're staring at me," Issei replied. "Oh, sorry," Mordred replied. Mordred with a blush looks away at Issei sighs. "Anyway, where do you live?" Issei replied. After hearing Issei's question, Mordred gets saddened as Issei notices this with visible concern on his face. "I don't have a home. I'm a traveler, traveling across but the human realm and the other dimensions. I had a home, but I destroyed it," Mordred said. Mordred whispers the last part, and Issei to her as his hand senses hears it with a saddened look. "I'm also a traveler. If you wish, we could travel together," Issei said. Mordred blushes but composes herself and turns her face away from Issei. "And if I don't wish to?" Mordred replies. "I'm an expert swordsman. Maybe we could help each other train," Issei said. Hearing this, Mordred's blush increases as she composes herself with a cute smile and demands Issei. "Promise me that you'll spar with me," Mordred said. "Sure. Where are your clothes?" Issei asked. "In my pocket dimension," Mordred said. Mordred smirks as Issei looks at Mordred with astonishment. "Are we traveling together or not?" Mordred says. "We are traveling together," Issei replies. Issei flashes a handsome smile as Mordred follows him with one thought in her mind. "Why do I find his smile cute?" Mordred. Flashback ends. "That's how we met," Mordred said. Both Death and Life is seen chuckling as Issei's remembering the pleasant moment. "So, Issei, what are we going to do now?" Death says. Issei's face darkens as his eyes flare with anger. "Both Mordred and myself are going to go," Issei said. Both Death and Life exchange a glance as Mordred looked at Issei's worried. "Are you sure you're okay? 'Cause that's the place you hate the most," Death said. "Are you sure you'll be fine, my darling?" Mordred said. "I am, and I'll make sure to visit you frequently and Death. Destroy the EXE universe. The mortals there have found about the DXD universe and will most likely attack the DXD universe." "Sure," Death said. "Goodbye, both of you," Issei replied. "See you later, Mordred Issei." Life said. "Likewise," Mordred replied. And that is the end of Chapter 3. And that is where we're going to stop for now. We just finished Chapter 3, and we will probably read Chapter 4 next time. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series because this story is, it's fire, okay? This story is absolutely amazing, all right? I'm still recovering from the High School DxD Season 5 no news. Ugh, my heart. But, hey, it is what it is. I got more what-ifs in store for the time being. Once again, thank you guys for all the support. It's been absolutely amazing. This story, what if Issei was betrayed and became a god, is truly amazing. Let's try to hit 1,000 likes still. Of course, if you guys want to know exactly when I upload, slash my upload schedule, click the little boot button right next to the subscribe button. And once again, I really do thank you for all your support. We had 26,500 subscribers currently. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely amazing. We're getting hundreds and hundreds of subs, almost every week. It's kind of cool to see the likes and the views and the subs just go up all the time. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad to know that so many people enjoy hearing my voice narrate instead of a robot's, because I do agree that is quite annoying sometimes. But hey, it is what it is. If you guys want to see another stream, please just let me know. I do enjoy those type of things. I also had to take a new format in my high school DxD video because I want to avoid copyright from Kadawa because they tried to delete my channel last year. So, all in all, thank you guys so much for the support. Without further ado, Spartanic Arts. Wait. Go subscribe to my second channel, I'm Popowski does Goku What Ifs. I know I haven't uploaded there on a month, but I swear it'll come out with partly What If Goku Was the God of Destruction Part 3 will come out soon. It's been a week. I've been actually sick this whole entire week. As you guys know, at the beginning of the week I was sick. But whatever. Without further ado, Spartanic Arts DxD out.